The crowd is assembled at BMO Harris Bradley Center looking for a Bucks victory here in Milwaukee. And we've got it right here for you on 2K Sports. The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one following a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight in the... town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Dragic is out there with Matthews. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Sanders. And it's Aldridge in at the 4 slot. Now here is Aldridge.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there for sure.
He'll take those all day. And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
And Sanders kicks to Matthews. LaMarcus Aldridge again. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now here is Monroe. Puts up the baby hook. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Bucks. Richardson comes in for Lou Williams. Sanders with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Here's Dragic from outside. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Lillard. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Matthews. Back to Johnson. Good D by Ariza.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Lillard dishes to Monroe. And another basket for Milwaukee. San Antonio trailing here. Outside Dragic. Johnson in the corner. And the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Spurs working the ball around now. Matthews, no good. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got his first bucket of the night.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Dragic kicks to Aldridge. Here's Sanders. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Monroe with the screen on Dragic. Lillard attacking. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Outside Dragic. Screen by Sanders. 6 on the shot clock. Off the pick. And it's Matthews again missing.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and they had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
Aldridge left side. And it falls over the rim and in. Aldridge has got his third bucket of the night.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Here's Monroe. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in. And with Kidd, the results on the floor, Greg, speak for themselves. He knows what he wants out of his players, Clark, and he keeps them accountable.
And, you know, having that accountability is what made the Bucks so much better last season. Kidd is still a very young head coach, but I tell you what, he's shown me a bright future in that capacity for himself.
Now, here's Lillard after the miss from Joe Johnson. Launches a three. The rebound by Johnson. Spurs trail by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Matthews against Lillard. Ariza outside. They get it again. Kicks it out to Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 10 points.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Boy, Chris Anderson, certainly one of the more colorful players we have in the league. Kind of took over where Dennis Rodman left off. A high-energy forward who can rebound and defend. And he's got a tattoo parlor going on, too.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Plumlee, he's checked in for Anderson. Jabari Parker comes in for Greg Monroe. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Richardson. San Antonio also making some changes. West is checked in for Sanders. And it's Caspian for Joe Johnson. And he gets it to go. And it's 8 points for LaMarcus Aldridge. And talking about Chris Anderson, he was actually out of the league for a couple years, reinstated back in 2008. And apparently the time off helped. He finished second in the league in block shots going back to that season.
And Kevin, the thing I remember most about Chris Anderson, the 2005 NBA Slam Dunk Contest. He unsuccessfully tried the same dunk 8 times. Count them, 8.
Nobody near Lillard. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's 13 points for Damian Lillard. Outside, Dragic kicks it to Matthews. Here's Caspi. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. Outside, Williams. Three-pointer, Lillard. Can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Dragic kicks it to West. Milwaukee with the rebound. Now here's Plumlee. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Lillard attacking. And it's blocked. Caspi passes to Dragic. Outside Matthews. Caspi dishes to Dragic. Right side Matthews. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 11 feet away. That's short off the rim.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
Williams with a clean look. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out.
And that one's good.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And Lillard kicks to Williams. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
Shane Larkins checked in for Damian Lillard. San Antonio also making some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Aldridge. Henderson comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Russell in for Goran Dragic. Here's Larkin. No good on the triple.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Parker. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Outside, Russell lets the three fly. And good on the basket. Hook it.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Russell. Stolen by Henderson.
Excellent anticipation there. He was laying in the cut, we say.
36 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Russell. The dish to Williams. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Spurs trail by 3. Here is Russell. With 4 seconds on the clock. Plumlee with some nice D.
Oh,
he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time. Big time.
Incredible.
Unreal, Kevin. The degree of difficulty on that one was off the chart.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Bucks on top, leading by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs. West is out there with Caspi. Then there's Channing Frye. Then it's Russell. And it's Henderson in at the 2 spot. They retain possession. Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Russell. Plumlee with the screen. Parker drives in. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Parker's got the lead up to 10 now for Milwaukee. Russell kicks to Henderson. And the pass to West. He feeds it to Casper. Spurs passing it around. And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season break. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential. Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Williams kicks to Monroe. It's holding by Frye. Frye's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Spurs trail by 5. Russell passes to Henderson. Wants to get it to Sanders and does. From the stripe. And it's San Antonio with another.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Williams. And the Bucks lead by 5.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
The drive by Russell. Sanders' shot is off. Bucks leading by 5. In the corner, it's Richardson. The A three-pointer off the mark. For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Russell with it. Williams picks him up. Russell dishes to Henderson. Back to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. And Sanders throws it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Richardson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Richardson's got 6 points. Henderson kicks the fry. Misses the three. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. They set the pick. Pass to Monroe. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Russell kicks the fry. Up top, Henderson. Screened by Sanders. Outside, Russell. Good on the three-point shot. Russell's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, but they're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
Ariza has the open look. Henderson pulls it in.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And a miss there on the triple. Milwaukee leading by 4. Williams passes to Monroe. Williams dishes to Monroe. Williams a screen. 3 on the clock. And Anderson kicks to Monroe. And stolen by Fry. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Fires for 3. And the basket good. And it's now only a 1-point Bucks lead. For a while, the Spurs were viewed as a slow-it-down team from their championships almost a decade ago. That isn't the case at all anymore.
You know, I think it took the viewing public quite a while to catch on, though, Kevin, because now most people look at the Spurs as one of the more exciting brands of basketball in our league. Just watching one game of them, and now you know that is the case.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Plumlee is checked in for Anderson. Jabari Parker comes in for Monroe. Young's checked in for Jason Richardson. And Lillard subbed in for Lou Williams. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Fry. Matthews comes in for Gerald Henderson. And it's Dragic in for Russell. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the 3rd fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Now, here's Parker. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Sanders. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Dragic against Lillard. From deep three-point range, but they'll get another chance. Nobody near Parker. And it's off from three-point range. Dragic kicks to Sanders. Aldridge, the pass to Bogdanovich. High post shot. No good from Dragic. Bucks leading by 4. It's Young on the wing. Back to Lillard. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That is his first foul of the game. Richardson, he's checked in for Young.
Jason Richardson.
Here's Lillard. He's got 13. Parker sets the screen for Lillard. And the rejection by Sanders. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for the Bucks. Then for the Spurs, West comes in for Sanders. And it's Johnson in for Bogdanovich. Clock at 6. That's a 2 from Lillard. And the jumper falls for him. Lillard's got 15.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
To the inside, the 10-footer. And it's Aldridge missing. From deep three-point range. And it's Damian Lillard with the 3. And now it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Back to Dragic. Down low. Deflects the pass. Here's Lillard. The shot is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
And look, Joe Johnson last season, not his best statistically, but boy, did he show some heart. I mean, he was one of the catalysts for Brooklyn making the playoffs, especially when Brook Lopez returned healthy and the two could play off of one another.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Richardson dishes to Plumlee. Lillard against Matthews. Lillard attacking. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got 3 rebounds now in this one. He kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. The feed now to Matthews. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Matthews has got his first 2 points of the night.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Craig Monroe, he's checked in for Miles Plumlee. Reza comes in for Joe Ingles. Lou Williams is checked in for Jason Richardson. And it's Larkin in for Damian Lillard. Larkin kicks to Monroe. Nice shot by Larkin. And the Bucks lead by 8.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Johnson with a screen on Williams. Pass to Dragic. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Spurs trail by 8. Here's West. High post try. They get it back. Here's Aldridge. And too long on the shot.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
San Antonio's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. And here's Matthews for the 3. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists in the game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's the pick. On the wing, Williams. Monroe, right side. That's good. Monroe's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Dragic kicks to Matthews. Here's West. And, oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Bucks lead by 5. And we'll get going after this from the
And now, your Milwaukee Bucks.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Lillard has been playing really well. 18 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
And with more to come, you know, it wouldn't hurt to keep getting him the basketball.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And the threes, they just drop for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
They've got Richardson. Monroe is out there with Anderson. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Lillard in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Here's Matthews. Banked in off the glass. Matthews has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down, a perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season, and as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17, also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
Up off the screen. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
And Anderson slams it in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Dragic kicks to Sanders. Outside Matthews. Johnson the screen. 6 to shoot. The drive by Aldridge. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And listen, San Antonio is an older team, actually the oldest in the league last season. And because of injuries and days off, they didn't get to feel that preferred starting five a lot last year.
Spurs only used their preferred lineup less than half the season, but still a strong campaign. 22 games played with the starting lineup of Parker, Green, Leonard, Duncan, and Splitter.
And, you know, the Spurs will go on to use 23 different starting lineups, Kevin. That would be the 5th most in the NBA.
Second shot opportunity. No good at the rim. Bucks leading by 6. Lillard the pass to Ariza. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Screen by Sanders. Aldridge wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Richardson dishes to Anderson. Back to Richardson. Feeds it to Ariza. Monroe outside. Johnson over to help. It's stolen by Dragic. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Matthews leading the charge. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And I feel like there's a reason Joe Johnson has gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does everything for you. He's like one of those items you buy that touts everything you need, nothing you don't. Well, to me, that's Joe Johnson.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got 6 in the quarter. Clark, when you take a look at Joe Johnson, if you were on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like him to be? Where would you slot him?
I'd put him in that 1st or 2nd scoring role because he's so good and scores so effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy. That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Lillard against Dragic. Passes it to Matthews. Back to Dragic. That's tipped. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got the fast break chance.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Dragic with it. Lillard picks him up. And Matthews kicks to Aldridge. Just 5 to shoot. Dragic the pass to Aldridge. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Milwaukee timeout.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Bucks are a strong team last year at home to start the year, certainly. The whole league was marveling at their start. Much improved, Greg, from the season before, but fell off, Greg, a touch late in the season.
And, Kevin, credit Jason Kidd. I mean, he got this team off to that great start, particularly at home, and they built some confidence, and that helped propel them into the playoffs. Sad to say they were still near the bottom of the league, though, in attendance. You know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played. You envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. West is checked in for the Spurs. Plumlee with the screen. Dishes to Williams. Milwaukee the rebound. Here's Parker. West with the block. And a fast break now for the Spurs. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Dragic. Dragic has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, the Bucks ended, guys, with a 23-18 record at home. Really impressive for a young team. They didn't have the largest margin of victory because they won a lot of close games here at the Bradley Center.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And one thing that made the Bucks so strong at home was their three-pointers, near the top in three-point percentage here at home. And easy to get the crowd into it when you knock a couple down from deep.
Here's Aldridge. Misses off the right iron.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving count.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Outside Dragic. West against Parker. And with that, the Bucks lead is got back down to a 7-point margin, getting the points there from David West. Milwaukee's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Parker. Soft touch off the glass. Parker's got 8 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Plumlee with the steal. And here they go. Finished off the break. And it's an 11-point Bucks lead.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And in college, guys, Miles Plumlee had an unusual competitor at his position. It was his younger brother, Mason. I mean, they actually had to compete against one another for playing time.
The Spurs with some changes. Caspi, he's checked in for Johnson. Henderson comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Russell in for Goran Dragic. Well, Greg, going back to those Plumlee brothers you were talking about, there is competition. And then, Clark, you know, there's this friendly rivalry that'll always exist.
Yeah, the brotherly competition, if you will. They have similar bodies and share some of the same attributes as well. Drafted in back-to-back years, both toward the end of the first round. A lot of parallels.
A lot of similarities, you're right. Parker's shot is off. Russell against Plumlee. And that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Ariza's checked in. Aldridge dishes to Russell. And Caspi kicks to Aldridge. The drive by Russell. Excellent D there from Parker. Bucks leading by 11. Here's Larkin. He has 5. Williams for 3.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Here's Caspi. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caspi's got it back down to single digits for the Spurs.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
They set the pick. Here's Larkin. Offline with his 3.
rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Russell kicks it to West. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight. Milwaukee's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Larkin. Plumlee with the screen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
San Antonio calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Substitution here for Milwaukee. Chris Anderson is checked in for Plumlee. Monroe comes in for Jabari Parker. Richardson, he's checked in for Williams. And Lillard subbed in for Shane Larkin. West to screen on Lillard. Russell kicks it to West. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And that's now 10 points for David West.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games, at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
Inside, and stolen by Russell. They push it up 4 on 3. He dishes it to Henderson. Back to Russell. Plenty of space. And the jumper is on the mark. Russell's got 4 this quarter.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Richardson gets to Ariza. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by Caspi.
He just can't get it going like he did earlier in the game.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Chance there to take the lead, missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
It's Henderson on the wing. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. Henderson's got 9. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Buck shooting straight 49% from the field. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. They've got Caspi. Channing Frye out there with West. Then it's Henderson. And it's Russell in at the point. Kicks it to West. There's the dish to Caspi. There's the pass to Russell. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And Frye kicks to Henderson. Here's Ariza. No good. Nice D from Russell.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
To take the lead. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season, but to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
First one falls for him. For the Bucks, their improvement, usually you see incremental progress. Even after losing key players, Clark, they shot up the standings.
And part of that, Kevin, was just growing as a team, coming together, and also improving the roster. Another part was that they were better than their record showed 2 years ago. Player development is part of the improvement.
West kicks to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And David West gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Shane Larkin's checked in for Damian Lillard. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Kicks it out to Richardson. But they recover it. And again, the Bucks miss. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And here's Frye from the arc. The Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Russell. Larkin, the pass to Monroe. Rebounded by the Spurs. West has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Henderson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Bucks trail. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Monroe. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. The Spurs have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Russell dishes to Frye. Henderson with it. Now Monroe defending. West kicks to Henderson. Picked by West. The drive by Russell. Tries to keep it alive. The Bucks shooting 47%, pretty solid. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's Bogdanovich. Makes it off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 4 points this quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Spurs?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
They set the screen. Henderson, no good. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting in the 4th quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Monroe in the corner. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
San Antonio calls timeout. Well, Milwaukee last year became just the 9th team in NBA history to go from Greg being the worst in the league to a playoff team.
Unbelievable what they accomplished. And they had a tough matchup in the first round with the playoff season Bulls, however. Things didn't go well, but they did get some valuable experience from that effort.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thanks, Doris. Sanders' shot is good.
And you can just see by the way he fought for the putback that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank.
There's a good screen. Fires from deep. And Williams with the basket on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, as you said, guys, I mean, the Bucks struggled early in their series against the Bulls, but they got the momentum and forced a game 6, but then were blown out at home to end the series. Ended up losing by 54. That's right, 54. Wow.
Just 2 to shoot. Aldridge. Rebound, Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 11 points. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. San Antonio trailing here. That's a 2 from Matthews. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And it's 13 points for Wesley Matthews.
And as you said, the Bucks lost on their home floor. One thing about that series is the Bucks introduced their new logo. They gave away free playoff tickets to anyone that turned in their old red gear. Not a bad deal in my book.
Dragic the pass to Sanders. Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Ingles. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Spurs. He hits the second from the line. Here's Dragic. He feeds it to Sanders. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Milwaukee. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
Here's Matthews. Shot, high post.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Milwaukee, Trevor Ariza. At the line for 2.
Free throw drops for Ariza. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Lillard against Dragic. 5 on the clock. And Sanders kicks to Aldridge. Parker with the steal. Outside Williams. Pass to Lillard. To the middle. And the rejection by Sanders. And it's Dragic off the drive. And stolen by Lillard. No good. Good D by Matthews. Spurs trail by 3. All alone. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 8th assist here tonight. Williams gets to Ariza. Takes a 3. And that one's good. Ariza's got 12 points here in the second half.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Over in the corner, Matthews. And good. He nails it.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
There's the screen. And Lillard kicks to Williams. Lillard attacking.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Monroe comes in for Miles Plumlee, and it's Richardson in for Lou Williams. Here's Matthews. Ariza with the rebound.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
San Antonio calls timeout. And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. Parkey keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. He's got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Anderson has checked in for Parker. And it's Williams in for Damian Lillard. West is checked in for San Antonio. Russell comes in for Goran Dragic. There's the feed to Aldridge. And that one comes up a bit short.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Williams dishes to Ariza. The drive by Monroe. No good. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Russell with a wide open look. No good. And Milwaukee the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Williams gets to Ariza. They set the pick. Pass to Richardson. 4 on the shot clock. Open shot. Williams cans the shot from the wing. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter. Feeds to West. Wesley Matthews on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by West. 20 points for Wesley Matthews.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're in front by 3. We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. And And the Bucks making a change here. Lillard's checked in. .11 left in the game. From deep three-point range, that's good. Lillard's got 14 points now in the second half.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the seconds.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Aldridge. Milwaukee's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Williams with the ball. Matthews covering. Lillard against Matthews. Lillard attacking. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And they double up Russell. He kicks to Aldridge. This one for 3. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That was a critical trip to the stripe. They have a 2-possession lead now.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 5. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And you know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope. Points with the clock stopped.
Plumlee, he's checked in for Anderson. Channing Frye's checked in for San Antonio. Caspi comes in for Johnson. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his second personal. Shooting for Milwaukee, Greg Monroe.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. Here's San Antonio.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
And he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. Here's Russell. And so the Bucks take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And that